Explain yourself. September 1. Number 1. September 1st is Disaster Prevention Day. Why was this day enacted as the Day of Disaster Prevention? The Day of Disaster Prevention was the day when the Great Kanto earthquake occurred during the Taisho era 1923. More than 100,000 people died. Also, on the calendar, September 1st is equivalent to 210 days Nihaya Kotoka from the beginning of spring, and it is related to a legend that it is the period with many typhoons. Number 2. Have you ever experienced a disaster? I have experienced the Great Hanshin-Awaji earthquake in 1995. For some reason, I woke up early that morning and was reading a book. Just before 5:47, when the quake occurred, I saw something like lightning flashing white outside the window. The earthquake occurred as I thought, oh, is it thunder even in winter? At first it was a normal horizontal ground motion, then it became a very strong vertical ground motion that I had never experienced before. Since I just saw the white light outside the window just before, I thought that North Korea had finally fired the missile at Japan. I later learned that the seismic intensity was 7. The house was safe, but there were cracks on the wall and the bookshelves had fell down. Aftershocks continued afterwards, and I have evacuated to a nearby community center for a week since I was scared. Electricity was restored immediately, but gas has stopped for 2 months. Number 3. How do typhoons occur? Typhoons are born on tropical seas. In tropical waters, the sun shines intensely. As a result, the surface of the sea gets warmed by the sun and forms a lot of water vapor which rises above the sky. It creates large clouds and becomes the source of typhoons. The hot, moist air gathers more and more around the clouds to create a vortex. The flow of the vortex air becomes faster and faster, and the wind becomes stronger and becomes a typhoon. Number 4. What is the difference between tropical cyclones and typhoons? Typhoon is a tropical cyclone in which the wind blowing at the center is strong enough to blow objects at a rate of 17.2 meters or more per second. There may be a danger that a ship will not move forward and sink if the wind of 17.2 meters or more blows. Number 5. It is said that typhoons have eyes, but why? How do the eyes of typhoons form? How is the weather inside of the eyes of typhoons? Looking at the photo of the typhoon, there is a part without clouds in the center. That is what is called the eye of the typhoon. When the wind speed becomes high, a strong centrifugal force will be in effect, preventing the wind from blowing into the center. The weather in the eyes is clear and calm. Number 6. Where are the top 3 countries with most earthquakes? Number 1. Indonesia. Number 2. Japan. Number 3. Nepal. Number 7. What is the Nankai Trough earthquake you often hear of these days? The Nankai Trough, off the Pacific Ocean in the Japanese archipelago, is an active and large-scale fault. Nearby, M8 class earthquakes have repeatedly occurred in the past every 100 to 200 years. Therefore, it is expected that there is a 70% to 80% chance that a large earthquake will occur within the next 30 years. Number 8. Do you have any disaster prevention supplies at home? I used to prepare for disasters, but not anymore. I'm thinking of at least stock up on some bottled water. Number 9. January 1st is the New Year's Day. March 3rd is the Doll or Peach Festival. May 5th is the Boys or Iris Festival. July 7th is Tanabata. Then, what day is September 9th? Cheongyang or the Double Ninth Festival Chrysanthemum Festival. From the theory of yin-yang from ancient China, odd numbers are yang and even numbers are yin. Since September 9th is the day when the number 9, the largest odd number from 1 to 10, overlaps, it's been said that the sun would overlap, and thus it has been known as Cheongyang Festival or Double Sun Festival. It is also the day of the multiplication table. Number 10. Japanese people learn to recite the multiplication table in elementary school as a basis for multiplication, but how about in India? It is said that they are trained to memorize at least from 1 by 1 to 22 by 20, and up to 99 by 99.